on your fingers. Something, something. I want a new life, and I want it with you. Something, something. Don't ever let it go. You gotta believe in the spirit of love. Alright, I'll stop. Decided to make a video on opening up to people, how that looks like, and how hard it could be, how easy it could be. Everyone's different. Been talking to a friend of mine. It started off in men and women's dynamics. No, this is going to be one of those bash him or her type videos. But it really opened my mind to how a lot of us see each other differently. I get a lot of scorn, and different genders. Women say, to a certain degree, men are trash. Men, to a certain degree, saying, well, women are just ladies of the night, scantily clad, and you can't trust them, and I've been there. I've been hurt. I notice things change for a lot of people when we take accountability. It's kind of like miscommunication happens a lot. You can say something, mean something, but the other person with their brain interprets it how, through their history, their life, how that sounds. And it can be very frustrating when you're trying to talk to them. And maybe through no fault of their own, they twist it to how they see it, I make a joke, but, it's not too funny when we're like, you're just going to hurt me like all the rest. I heard someone say, I don't like dating someone with a past because I'm going to pay for it. And I guess to a certain degree for men and women, that's true. Like, for instance, at my age, in the ripe early age of 40, you have a lot of experiences. A lot of it can help, but a lot of it can also hinder. Benefit of the doubt, maybe they did mean this, is shadowed by they're all the same. They mean this. And again, I'm not blaming. Why should someone lower their shields to let someone in if they've been hurt? There's this saying that ignorance is bliss. And I guess, yeah, to a certain degree, it can be. But we don't want to go into things blind. Sorry, I need my coffee. What is it? Cruising for a bruising is what they say. This could be a long video, but I guess to tie it up, you have to go with, I know what I meant. They interpreted how they interpreted it, but I'm not in charge or in control of their emotions. I can sit here and try to argue key facts, but at certain points of the conversation, I don't think the other person sees it as a discussion. They see it as an attack. You try to explain yourself. The word narcissist, gaslighting seems to be common nowadays. Most people don't even know what those mean. Anyways, so what I've learned is, and it sounds cheesy, speak your truth. But no, say what you mean. If you need to clarify it. But if it turns to the point where it's just an argument, so be it. You know in your heart what you meant. And go from there. Some people say, well, your actions speak louder than words. And yeah, it's true. And it gets confusing because you try to tailor to what they need. And in doing that, you lose yourself. You start to get resentful, angry. Why am I paying for this other person's damage that they did to you? And that's fair. So it's a delicate balance. You got to keep your mental health in check. And if you want, try to help guide them to theirs. But be careful because it might be taken as you're trying to control me. And ain't nobody got time for that. Only we are in charge of how we feel. That's the only thing we really control. I say that a lot in my other videos because it's true. It seems now in modern day, everyone says they're happy being alone. I don't believe it. But again, that's my take. I could be wrong. I know that feeling of being alone but not lonely. It takes time to curate that feeling. But once you have it, it's powerful. I'm also to the point where, I can let people in, but I could also show people the door in a nice way. It's kind of like I'm here for you. Um, and to a certain degree, yeah, you're here for me as well. But in my personal experience, I've learned if I have an issue, don't hold it in, but don't go around crying to everyone. It's off putting and it's just going to hurt you in the end. So, my take is, well, have a journal, write it down, get it out in paper or the clouds. The clouds. Um, and then talk to someone you trust about it. Um, don't go at it as they're going to give me the answers to what I need because everyone's life experience is different. Experiences vary. What could work for somebody because of their charisma, their financial status, their pull, might not work for you. I always say it back when I was a SUD BH counselor in Colorado. All I offer is tools, but you got to pick up the one that you need to use and use it. And if you succeed, well, that's because you use the tool. It's not because, look at me, look what I did for you. So, in my personal life, uh, we all go through our issues. I'm not where I want to be right now, but I am not complaining. I got family that loves me. I got, prospects coming up. I'm a full time student. Financially, I will build. There is a possibility, and I focus on that. In this stage of my life, I reach out to family, friends, not seeking validation or an answer, more of the emotional stimulation, not manipulation, not trying to rhyme all the time because I'm a poet and I didn't know it. But I know better than to keep myself too isolated. Now, with these friends and family that I talk to, they have issues, and I think the biggest help is letting them vent. If I have a tool they can use, I'll share it, but I'm not expecting them to use it. What? So I can just, well, I told you already. Nah, ain't nobody got time for that as well. Um, in my videos, I like to ramble on. I'm just a normal guy. I think so. I have my accolades, but it's kind of like you don't want to rest on your laurels. Just because you climbed a mountain, well, it gets boring, and you want to climb other mountains. I'm in a special time in my life where I climbed mountains in Colorado, and I'm in San Antonio now, and climbing more mountains. But I guess to sum up, a lot of this video is, in my personal opinion, we're not meant to do this alone. Look at all through human history. We had clans, we had tribes, we had people we can go to, talk to, share. I say this a lot, but it's true. It's kind of like when you got old enough, because I believe getting old in the olden times was, I guess you could say, a luxury, a blessing. But your roles changed. You went from hunter, gatherer, soldier to perhaps eventually wise man, helping the young bucks know how to tackle a saber tooth, a buffalo, a giraffe. But you strive to a new purpose. In my early 40s, if I stick to what I did in my 20s, well, it's a cruising for a bruising. I'm in my early 40s, so let's stick to what I'm capable of. I will hone in on things I can, sharpen what I can, and for things I can't, not dwell on it. But yeah, in my downtime now, just being a full time student while looking for stuff on the side to keep me busy. Don't want to have too much free time. Hence, why I'm making a video. Uh, you know, I just been talking to a lot of family, and you really learn we're all going through issues. Um, some bigger than others, but just lend an ear. You do have to protect yourself if it does feel too much. Well, you don't have to reply. Just listen, and then afterwards reflect, and then move forward in your own space. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video. I say that a lot, but it's true. This one's not too long. Also wanted to test out the new mic. Uh, Makes me look like I'm professional. I might put in me singing after the whole credits go by. But anyways, hopefully you can take something from my ramblings. Yeah, and what did I say last video? My saying was gonna be, you don't know peace till you had suffering, so suffer. Now I'm still working on that. But alright, guys. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Alright, bye. I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. I don't know the rest of the lyrics to this song. No, he doesn't know.